Hey guys, welcome back to the shop for another Saturday night special. Thank you WD-40 Specialist for sponsoring this episode. Today we're going to go down to the Victor lathe and I want to do a little bit of maintenance on that machine, and I'm going to show you a great use for the WD-40 Specialist spray and stay gel lubricant. And I also got some recap footage to share with you of the Davis keyseater, getting this moved into place. We've also got a couple other items that I had to kind of shuffle around, so I'm going to share that with you. And we've also got another new machine in the shop, which is a Sterling drill grinder, and I've got some disappointing footage to share of that and what happened with it, so I'm going to throw that in there, and we may have a little bit of machining that I can toss in there with it as well. So let's go on down to the Victor and show you what I want to get done. We got you down here at the Victor, and we're opening up the side cover to reveal the Quadrant gears here. And what I'm wanting to do is clean these gears up right here and re-lubricate them, and that's what we're going to be using the gel lubricant for, is for these gears right here. This stuff is pretty good for open gearing, things that are not in an oil bath, that's more open to the elements, and it doesn't sling off. Normally in the past years, I would open this up every so often and put a few drops of like whale oil or something like that on there. But this is a good product to be able to use for something like this. But I want to go ahead and give this a good cleanup, so I'm going to remove the Quadrant gears here, and I'm going to soak them, and I'm going to clean them and degrease them first, and I'm going to give this inside a little bit of a cleanup as well, and then we'll put the gears back on and then apply the new gel lubricant to the gears. Okay. By the way, I got the machine powered off. We've got both the disconnect and the breaker on the other end shut off. I'm going to go ahead and loosen these while the machine's all hooked together with the gears here. I've taken some pictures also of the placement of all these gears, but the tags there show where they're all supposed to go. But it's always good to take pictures, especially with today's digital cameras, your phones. Take plenty of pictures so that you can reference this as you're going back together with it. Taking this stuff off, always be certain of your keys also. These things are very easy to fall down in there, and then you're going to be dealing with that for an hour trying to get that out of there. So I'm going to go ahead and just rotate this around like so, and we're going to take that gear off, and this key is very easily removed, so I'm going to go ahead and remove it so that I don't forget about it and knock it off down in there and can't find it. There's those two gears there, and I forgot that's just an idler. We didn't have to pull that bolt out. I'll go ahead and put that back in there. And that key feels like it's tight and it's not going to fall out of there, but I might take my pliers and go ahead and just pull that out anyway. So there we go. I'm going to go ahead and start degreasing the gears now. We got the gears clean now. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of give this a general cleaning while we're in here. We'll spray it down with the degreaser here and just wipe it off, really. Just Give it a little wipe down. Do the inside of that cover there as well. I love this. Caution, do not attempt to change gears while the spindle is rotating. I don't even know how that would be possible. This bracket here is how you adjust these gears. You slide this idler in and out, and you also pivot this right here as well whenever you're changing the quadrant gears here. So for any of our viewers that are watching this and may not know, make sure you're seeing it. So any of the viewers that are curious about what these gears do, these are the gears that you change around. That's why they're called change gears, really, for different thread pitches that you might have to cut. So this particular lathe right here is set up to where you can cut either metric or imperial threads. So in order to go from imperial to metric, vice versa, you have to come over here and you got to move these gears around in different positions. And the chart on the machine right there actually tells you where the gears go and what thread pitch they you can cut on your quick change gearbox over here on this side, depending on the gears that you have set up on this side right here. There's all of our cleaned up gears, nice and shiny new again. Let's go ahead and start putting them back on. Won't be able to tighten it up till I get the other gears back on there. 25 up top, and down here we've got our 50. Got our key, got our 50, and then this is the little guy right there, just to keep up the space. Okay, there we go. That should be good to go, man. How much nicer do them things look? I've never seen them that clean before. They look good. All right, so now is where we're going to put to work our WD-40 Specialist Spray and Stay Gel Lubricant, okay? And you can spray it out this nozzle here like a fan pattern, or you can flip up the straw right there. So we're going to use the straw, and I'm just going to put some right there on the teeth of the gears. Just getting it shaken up here real good. Put a little bit out there, you can kind of see it kind of comes out foamy, and then as the foam kind of dries, it leaves a gel lubricant on the surface there. And I'm making a mess with it, looks like. I'm trying not to. And of course that's transferring to the other gears there as well. We're going to go ahead and put a little bit on them. So that'll work real good for those gears because it's real tacky. So it'll stay stuck to the gear teeth right there, and it's not going to fling off. All right, everything's cleaned up, looking good. We got our gears lubricated now. I'm feeling good about that. So we're ready to close this thing up, and we're ready to start making some chips again. We'll go ahead and get it locked here, and I'm going to turn the breaker on, bump it over, and just make sure everything's good. All the gears sound great. I'm moving my Stanley Vidmar cabinets around because I'm going to put the keyseater right here. I decided to put it here because I've already got a circuit run to that wall where the K&T mill used to plug into, so I don't have to run another circuit. I just want to point out, man, I love this pallet jack. This is a narrow gauge pallet jack that I picked up used off Craigslist sometime back a few months ago, and you can see the difference. I had used my regular pallet jack before to put it there, and the blocks there are where I had to set it using the regular pallet jack. So if you ever get a chance to pick up one of these narrow pallet jacks, I'd get one because they're very handy for stuff like this. And I'm probably going to try to move the gray one over a little bit further that way towards the blue Lista, just to make more room here for the keyseater. So anyway, I was kind of excited about that and wanted to point that out. So we're getting ready to pick the sucker up just like this, and I'm going to move it. Pretty heavy with all them tools in it. This is how I'm getting this other, it's the Vidmar, I couldn't remember which one it was, up off the floor, and I'm going to have it properly spaced on blocks this time so that I can use the pallet jack from now on to move it. I've been wedging it, well, I've been using this toe jack and then using the wooden wedges on both sides to get it up, and then I'm going to have these 2x4s that I'm recycling that came off of the keyseater. Move these back. All right, and then we'll put this. Just put that there for now. I already got one on this side here. Just work a little at a time. Okay, bottom drawer still works. I was a little concerned because it was pushing up on this bottom piece here, but it started just kind of collapsing all the shelves together, and it finally started picking it up. So this is a handy little tool. I've used this a bunch. You can get that thing, I bought mine off of eBay, and they're pretty inexpensive just to buy one like that, but very handy if you're going to be moving heavy stuff around the shop. Be a tight squeeze, but I think I can shimmy it over here to this side. Just take up that little bit of space between the two cabinets here. Not to bang that stuff around too much. Oh man, something's under that wheel right there. Trying to do it with the dolly here. Okay, we're ready to pick this thing up off the pallet. Let's see how it does there. On the back, so I'm going to move the eyeballs down some. I'm going to set it on this narrow pallet jack, and move it over here and set it down on some blocks. To go right in that general area. I decided that I'm going to have the working side of the machine out this way versus standing over against the cabinet. I think it's just going to work a little bit better that way, just having it out this way. It measures about the same thing, about 3 foot either way, but I just think I like it out that way. All right, we're going to set her down on those 4x4s. That is going to be a temporary thing because those that 4x4 that I had was like twisted, but that's the only one I got on hand, so that's going to work for now. So I'll improve on that though. Well, we got it where it's going to sit, and we're good for now. I went over to the electrical supply house this morning and bought the electrical supplies that I need to get the thing wired in. And I'm waiting on my stepdad Fernando to be able to come over sometime next week. Hopefully, he's going to be able to have a little time to come over. And we're going to use that circuit right there. That's the old receptacle that I used for the K&T a while back whenever we hooked that in. And we're actually going to wire in a switch connection there to where I can turn the machine on and off. And he's going to help me with that there. So just going to set it here for now. It's not going to stay on these blocks, but you know, this is going to allow me to be able to move it around if I need to, but it's going to sit just about right here. But we'll lower it down. I may even get some, I was thinking about possibly getting some of those machinery pads, the little swivel pads to put underneath that. I might do that, get some of those so that it doesn't have a block on each side. So I might check into maybe getting 4 of those. But anyway, making a little progress. We're going to do some cleaning up on this thing, and I think we have a lot of content in store for this machine. This brings back a lot of memories, having one just like this at the old shop, and I look forward to bringing you back for some more content on this old Davis keyseater.
This is a Sterling DG model drill grinder, currently set up for 220 single phase. Can also be converted back to 110 volt single phase.
So it's new machine day, guys.
Yay!
Hey, new machine day. We are headed up the road to the Southeastern Freight Terminal to pick up a new machine that I purchased. So a few weeks back, probably about 2 months ago, I'd say, Machine Tool Emporium posted up a picture of a Sterling drill grinder on their Instagram page. And so when they did, I sent them a message and told them that I would be interested in that machine. And they said that once they acquire it, get their hands on it, they would send me some pictures and some info about it. So they did. Mark was his name. He's the business owner. And as promised, he sent me pictures and said it's a great machine. It looked good, showed me a video of it running. So we made a deal on it, and I bought it from him. And I'm excited to say that I'm now the owner of a Sterling drill grinder. And so I made arrangements for Southeastern to pick it up and bring it down here, and I'm going over to their terminal to pick it up because it saves me money by going up there and pick it up. They're not very far from the house. So Abby's with me. She's going to give me a hand, and we're going to go pick it up, and we're going to check this thing out. I can't wait. Southeastern Freight Lines. They gave me a heck of a deal sending that down. If you use them and ship to their dock, their terminal, you'll save a bunch of money.
What you waiting for, babe?
Just waiting on somebody to bring it out. Show them the terminal here. Just the back end.
I want this building.
Yeah, we want one of these attached to our new shop.
It's kind of hard to see inside there, I guess.
Well, all the trucks, all the trailers, you know, back in from each side, they do all their loading and unloading there. And so, of course, they're all gone doing their deliveries for the day. But all the people that pick up, like me, you just come around here to the back and you just park back here, and there's usually somebody back here. And she said that she was going to send somebody back here to help me, though, and they would load us up. So I had Mark just lay it down on a pallet. I asked him if he would just lay it down, strap it to a pallet, and hopefully he did. That's what he said he did, and we'll just have him put it right here on the trailer so that I can unload it with the pallet jack, just like I normally do. Works out pretty good.
Come back inside, let them know it's wrapped in red. You know, that's a sign that tells us that we had Southeastern, someone in our company had to pre-wrap it. That's what he told me that he used weird. Yeah. It must have fell over. It probably shipped standing up. It probably fell over or something like that. We wrapped it.
See all the bands?
Yeah.
He said he had 7 bands on it.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it probably goes through a couple of different terminals to get here, so. But yeah, the red always indicates we wrapped it.
That's really sad.
Yeah, apparently they've damaged it and it fell off or something. One second. Can you shift it that way just a bit?
This no, it doesn't have a side shift on it, unfortunately.
There you go.
Yeah, just come around, come back inside.
All right.
Let them know what you got.
Okay. So Mark said,
this is...
yeah, see this damaged here. Now he did say that he removed the light, but it was banded to the machine. But you see this is broke right here. The
Yeah.
light bulb is broke. I know the light was working because he showed me a video of it running.
What about this?
All the bands are I mean, they're cut or broken or something, but they wrapped it in the pink right there. So it's clearly something happened. They've done something to knock it off the original pallet and the skid. I don't know. So hopefully this is going to be a replaceable piece from Sterling.
Ugh, that's so sad.
Yeah, it's upsetting that you can't get something shipped. You pay for the services of a shipping company and they tear your stuff up. But you know, this happens. It doesn't matter which one you use. Everybody does it. They all do it.
Sometimes. You happy? I mean, you're not happy, but I mean.
Not happy with the shipment, but I'm happy that I got a new Sterling grinder. We'll fix it. We'll make it right. So I'll begin the simple task of getting it stood back up. We'll just use the gantry crane right there. And I just wanted to kind of show you a closer shot since we're in here now. They told me that, you know, the pink wrap indicates that Southeastern actually rewrapped this, and I had spoken with Mark through text and said that, yeah, that wasn't his. He actually had this thing banded down. He said he had either 7 or 8 of these bands holding this thing down there, and he had it completely packaged up, wrapped with the clear wrap. So they've done something to completely knock this thing off the pallet, or done something. And I want to show you, this is, so far, this is the worst damage that I've seen. This is part of the drill attachment. I don't know, this is the first time I've ever seen one in person, so I don't know, you know, what all is going on here. But, you know, so this right here, you can see this is all bent up. There's a spring right here, so all this right here is screwed up. The actual, you know, part of that's the drill attachment right there. I don't know what's up with this. I don't know. Not really sure. And then of course the light, he said that he removed the light and had it strapped to the column here. So they busted the light, it's bent up, the light bulb is broken. That's as far as I can tell so far of anything that may be wrong with it. I haven't inspected up here yet to see if anything's wrong, but we're gonna get it out of here and get it stood up and see if we can tell if anything else is wrong with the machine. Diving a little deeper into it, finding more damage as I was afraid of. So you can see the switch right here. This is, I'm not really sure. You've got a switch box right here. You can see it. I mean, it's about to fall off the machine now. But look at this right here. That got smashed up. This box right here is smashed in. This is pulled out. This receptacle there, it's probably for the light, I would imagine. See how it's got smashed in right there? This is just absolutely pathetic. It's absolutely ridiculous that you spend your hard-earned money on a good machine tool and it's destroyed in shipping like this. There's just no excuse for it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and give you the recap on where we're at. It's been exactly 2 weeks since I picked the Sterling grinder up, and got a response back this morning from Southeastern, from their their claims department on what they're gonna do. And so what they've done is they've cut me a check in the amount of $225. And what that is 50 cents per pound of the weight of the shipment. So on the paperwork, the shipment said it weighed 450 pounds. They paid me 50 cents per pound, and that's all they'll do. And they said that that's according to their regulations, that's all they pay. That's the maximum that they pay on damaged shipments or lost pieces, is 50 cents per weight of the shipment. So I haven't heard back from them yet, because I asked them going forward, if I continue to use them, you know, in instances like this, can you insure these shipments for the full value of the machine? And I don't have an answer on that because I haven't waited for them to respond back from that. So I would like to know, going forward, if I choose to do something like this again, you know, have somebody ship this, you know, Southeastern, can I insure it for the full value that I purchased for it? And if they damage it, will I get reimbursed? That's something that I'd like to know. So as we stand right now, I'm still out basically $1,000 in this machine, but hopefully we can take that check of $225 and invest it back into the machine to kind of get it functioning again. These are repairable items right there. We'll have to do a little bit of work on the mounts right here to get this box mounted up firmly onto the column again. You know, this stuff right here, we can fix this, probably replace this box right here, and this right here, hopefully, if this is not damaged in there behind there, we can just straighten this box out and make it look good again. But you know, this is repairable stuff right here. This handle's bent, so we'll probably just straighten this. This should be out because you see it comes up and hit. This is where they laid it over and it bent it. All right. This piece right here is what I'm really concerned about. This. So I'm going to be getting with Sterling on seeing what parts and pieces that we can buy from them to replace. So hopefully this piece right here, maybe we can just buy this. It looks like it bolts on. Maybe we can just buy this piece right here and get that from Sterling. And other than that, I think this piece here may be messed up as well. You got the other ones that go onto the back right here. This is where you store them. But I think this point right here is maybe messed up. I'm not quite sure at the moment. I do need to download the user's manual. Haven't done that yet. But anyway, that is the update on the Sterling. I just wanted to kind of give you guys an update on it and let you know where we're at. So it's just really important that, you know, all of us, anybody that is buying and selling, especially if we're selling something to someone else, we have to ship these things in a way where we're thinking that we know that these guys handling this stuff have absolutely zero care about our items. They don't care what this is. They don't care the value. They don't care who it's going to or any of that. So you have to package this stuff in a way that is completely secure, that it's bolted and strapped down, that it cannot move, and preferably crated up. So, you know, that's why I asked them to actually lay this over, because I figured it might be more helpful instead of standing up, that it would be laid over and not be top heavy and get stuff run into it. But, you know, just crate these things up to the extreme so that they minimize the damage. They could still get damaged, but really secure them well so that they don't break loose inside the crate and don't roll around in there. And if it's on a skid or a pallet like this was, really strap it down. Use extra cribbing and boards to actually screw and hold it down. Don't just rely on a couple plastic straps and plastic saran wrap. Really clamp things down securely. And, you know, that's just I'm just trying to help everybody out right there, you know. So like whenever I sent those Kurt Weisses that I had sold, you know, smaller version of this right here, I actually built a nice wooden crate and set that down in a wooden crate, and then put more 2x on top of that, screwed it down so that these things could not come out of that crate. That's the kind of stuff you got to do when you ship things. If you ship little tools in a box, really pack it tight into a box so that it can't move around. I've had a lot of boxes that were sent to me with people giving me tools, and they get here and the boxes are just busted wide open because of the way that the shippers handle that stuff. So all things to consider and keep in mind whenever you're handling used tools and shipping stuff out. So this will definitely be some repairs later on, you know, on the channel. We'll get to this and get this thing fixed up right. I know that it run good. You saw the video of it running, and hopefully we'll have us a good grinder here in the future to use on the channel. Okay. Hamburger patty for Abby. We got potatoes, corn, and then whenever those are done, got a pack of ribeyes going on after that.